Hi, my name is Favour Commander. I'm a virtual assistant and an operations specialist. Today, I'll be walking you through a project I created for a client who runs a pharmaceutical company. He wanted me to build a simple change management tracker that supports a parent change record and related child activities based on four core tables. So, I'll be moving to our Airtable base where we'll be working through all this together. So, based on our records from our client description, we have four core tables. That's the pre-assessment table, the change record table, the child record table, and the action table. The pre-assessment table is basically known as the intake form. This carries out all the details of the change we want to make: the change type, the supplier's name, the product name, the department that is effecting this change, the change category, what we want to change exactly. Is it the supply? Is it the supplier we want to change? Is it the packaging we want to change? And the people that submitted this record, the date it was submitted, and the priority of this particular change. Next, we're going to move on to the change record table. The change record table is basically a centralized hub that carries out the change we want to make and the stages this change are currently in. So it's going to be easy for you to go through this particular record if you can just link it up to your pre-assessment table. That way you don't have to duplicate a lot of details which you can just easily look up. So we have the life cycle stage, we have the change status, we have the priority which was taken from our pre-assessment table, and we also have the blocker. The blocker basically is what is causing this change not to move on to the next stage. Each of all this table is following a chronological order. So for a change to move on to the next stage, it has to pass the approval. And for the approval to be effected, it has to go through each of all this process. Next, we're going to move on to our child record table. Our child record table basically wants to tell us what is due, which tax is due, who is holding up the tax, who is not completing their tax, you get me, who needs to be followed up on. That is what our child record table wants to do in this particular case, and it's also associated to the tax owner. And you can see here we have the tax owner email where we'll be sending out an automation where we'll be going next. I also created a formula to show when this tax is being due so that we can flag it as an overdue, a due soon, or this person is actually on track, right? Next, we have the meeting action table, which basically follows up on the discussions that have been made on the change and the actions that they want to take on it. So we'll be moving on to our automation, where I will show you how to create a simple trigger and an action to get a due soon reminder. You can have an employee whose tax is due and you want to send them an email that, oh, you need to start working on this tax. It's going to be due in the next 2 days. It's going to be due very soon, and that is what we want to do here. So we'll go to our due soon reminder and we choose and we click on the trigger. It says when the days left is equals to 2 and the status is not complete, we want to send a reminder to this particular person to make them know that, oh, you have to go and complete your task soon. And that is it. I'm going to run the automation and you would see, I'm going to test the automation and you see how it is when that person gets the email. I'm just going to test this out and I'll show you how the email will come out when they get it. Next, we'll move on to our interface. We can create our interface based on different views, based on what we want to see. Do we want to see the pending tax? Do we want to see the overdue tax? Do we want to see what was discussed in the meeting? Or do we want to see the tax based on the tax owner, the people that are effecting this tax? What stage are they in, or who owns this particular tax? The interface is just creating like a summary view to give to these employees who are currently working on this task, and it's also an easy way for the manager to track it. So I'm just going to go to my email and show you what it is when you get that particular automation. So you can see here, I got a notification that my tax is due soon. Oh, Babatunde Fashola, go and complete your tax. And another thing that is also good is that I attached the particular table that they need to go and complete the tax. So if you need an AI automation specialist to build this type of records for your company, let me know, or you can reach out to me. My name is Favour Commander, and I would love to work with you. Bye.